Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your Spirit Guide message reading for February 1st to the 15th. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. So let's dive right in. I'm going to be moving down your Spirit Guide animal cards, moving up your chakra and your tarot cards. So let's see what your Spirit Guide animal cards have to say. Spirit Guide message for Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message for Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message for Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message for Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message for Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Ooh, goodness. Okay. This is where I'm going to stop, and I'm going to pull 3 cards. Horse Spirit, the Chameleon Spirit, and the last one down here, which is the Seahorse Spirit. Beautiful. Okay. And let's see what your chakra cards have to say. Spirit Guide message, Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message, Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message, Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message, Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Show me clearly. Yeah, this one right here. Family. And this one right here. Meditation. Well, that's lovely. And then your tarot cards. Spirit Guide message, Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message, Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message, Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message, Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message, Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Spirit Guide message, Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2020. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Fantastic. At the heart of everything is you. You shine through as the Knight of Pentacles. You are crowned by the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the Hierophant. You shine through in the Major Arcana as well. In the Minor Arcana, you're represented by the Pentacles. In the Major Arcana, you're represented by the Hierophant. So here you are absolutely shining through with power and with force. At your root is the 5 of Swords. Then we have the Star card. This represents an Aquarius energy and a time frame of January 20th to February 18th. So right within the realms of this reading. And then you have the Death card, the Scorpio energy. This is a time frame of October 23rd to November 21st. The 2 of Swords. The Emperor. This is an Aries energy, time frame March 21st to April 19th. And then you have the 5 of Pentacles. You see that? Okay. Now you have the number 5 3 times, and it is in a triangle right here. So for you, there is the sense of freedom coming forward. Freedom 5 is representative of a number of freedom, not wanting to be put in a box. But it is also saying here, Spirit is saying that you are going to see things start to really become resolved during this time. There are going to be challenges that come up, yes, of course, but they're not going to be long-term, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to get through these challenges. There are going to be challenges that you master, and that's why you're at the head of this triangle, which is really quite brilliant. So let's talk about your chakra cards. We have family, which is the root chakra that is located at the base of the spine. This is family, this is balance, this is abundance, grounding. You know, you're really... So what Spirit is saying is that family is not only those to whom you were born to, but it's those people that you come to rely on as family. During this time, you are going to want your people around you. However you've constructed that connection, you're going to want your people around you. You're going to be looking at things and seeing a greater connection. And you're going to want that greater connection during this time. And so here, you have family being highly important to you. It's also another 5. So again, freedom, independence. It can be that you're breaking free of family ties, or you are configuring things in a different way. You want a different role to be playing. You may not want everybody's burdens and, desires to come and just rest fully upon your shoulders and be like, oh, help me out kind of thing. No, you're going to be, Spirit is saying, redefining your role. Not within the family. You don't have to sit there and cut everybody off or anything like that. Please don't think that way. But there is just a sense here of you saying, okay, I need to really focus on my life and myself and my truth. And I will take care of my responsibilities, absolutely. I mean, especially if you're you're the parent in this situation. But I am also going to remember that I matter, and not just kind of throw myself and sacrifice myself to do the very best that I can, but also while I'm doing that, to drive myself absolutely ragged. And here there's meditation. You need to step back from things. You do. You really do, Taurus. You need to step back. You need to connect with your heart, with yourself. This is the crown chakra. This is spiritual awakening, the I am presence, the knowing that your words and saying I am have a tremendous impact on you. There's clarity that's coming in. There's bliss that you are going after. And there's a lightening of burdens. There's a lightening of being. And that happens when you take out the quiet, when you take out the noise and you embrace the quiet moments, when you take time to just sit and connect. So these 2 chakras are going to be highly imperative for you during this time, the root chakra and the crown chakra. And you're actually going to find that by taking time out, stepping back, looking at things in a new way, really focusing on your heart, yourself, really focusing on what your mind wants and where you desire being, you become more connected to the family of your choosing. You become more connected to what is truly and absolutely important to you. This then leads to a sense of freedom, which comes with the horse spirit. And the chameleon spirit says you act as if. You act as if you are free. There's a lightening of burdens. There's a sense of being able to breathe, which is brilliant. And then watch and wait. Watch and wait how this impacts you during this time. Also look for moments where you can see these spirit guide animals really coming through. The horse spirit, the chameleon spirit, the seahorse spirit. You might be seeing images of them throughout the day or throughout this time period. There can be you're shopping or you're looking online or something like that. You see a horse and that reminds you to be free. You see a chameleon that reminds you to act as if you have things under control. Life is an act. Didn't Shakespeare say all the world's a stage and all the men and women simply players, and each man in his time plays many parts? You're embracing that. And then you watch and you wait. Seeing a seahorse will remind you to watch and to wait and to see that things develop, but slowly and gently and in the time of the divine. At the heart of everything, we have you. We have you being the Knight of Pentacles, the person who is acting towards the prosperity, the person who is building the wealth, the joy, the prosperity, the abundance within your life. This is a time of going and getting. This is a time of being active. This is a time of seeing your dreams and seeing what it is that you want and really dedicating yourself to doing what needs to be done. You can be pairing up with a fire sign energy. All right, this is an Aries right here, of course. You can be pairing up with an Aries, and you might see that you're unstoppable. But if you have Aries in this chart, there is a sense that your passion in that area is really, really, really being fired up. All right, you are absolutely seeing something beautiful start to happen. And this can be that as you're working towards things, I mean, we're in the Aquarius time frame right now, January 20th to February 18th. And then we have the Pisces time frame where you're moving towards things, but then you have the Aries time frame, which is right here, March 21st to April 19th. That goes right into the Hierophant time frame, right into the Taurus time frame, which is April 20th to May 20th. And in that time, I would not be surprised at all if you start to see things that have karmically held you back before, that you start to face them. You start to see them and you're like, oh my gosh, no, this is not what I wanted. This is not what I signed up for. What the heck is going on here? And what's happening is that divinity, your spirit guide, is wanting you to claim your path, claim your truth. It doesn't mean that you have to stick to this for your whole entire life. You can't ever change your mind again, never ever. But there's a passion to you that you are invoking. There is a way that you are claiming your right, and you're sitting upon the throne, right? I always look at the emperor as David in the Old Testament, in the Torah. And what I love about King David, and this isn't to get religious, it's just the best example of the emperor that I know how to reference, is that he was flawed. He was beautiful, he was prosperous, but he sent a man to die so he could marry his wife because he saw her bathing on the roof. I mean, come on. He was not perfect, and he knew it. And God knew it too. The universe knew it too. His spirit guide, the energy around him knew that he was not perfection. They knew that he was human. And and that's what I'm seeing here with you. Divinity, spirit, does not expect you to be perfect. Though we want you to be perfect. We as a society, we as a whole, we expect perfection from ourselves. And we berate ourselves when we can't accomplish it. Nobody can be perfect. Let go of the lie. And you will see yourself claim a throne that is rightfully yours, that you were born to sit upon. And you move towards and you defend it. You move towards your goals, you move towards your wealth, you move towards your divinity. That's what Spirit is saying. And you claim it, you defend it. You know your wealth. You know your worth. You know what you value as much as money. And as it comes to light, you have the 9 of Cups crowning you. There's a light that radiates from you. There's a beauty, there's a prosperity, there's a joy, there's this happiness. And it radiates from you. And it is a part of you. And as you embrace it, and as you live by it, and as you learn it, it becomes more and more an intrinsic part of your heart and your soul. But we are emotional beings. So if you do not come from a place of the heart, if you try to be completely logical, you will find that you cut off a valuable piece of yourself. And the main way that Spirit communicates with us. So during this time, you are going to have a communication with Spirit that is beautiful, that is unique, that is lovely for you. And as you communicate, as you embrace this process, as you embrace this glory and this truth, you are going to radiate with life and with light. And there's going to be a sense of having, enhanced vigor, wanting to get things done, seeing the answers to questions that have been dragging you down for a really long time. And this leads you to the 2 of Swords. It leads you to a place where you start to see options open up. You start to see different roadways coming, but you've always seen 2, okay? You've always seen 2 options. And for a lot of Taurians out there, those haven't been the best options out there. You've thought, I really want more. I want something else. But you've only seen 2 roads open up to you. With the light from the 9 of Cups, with this embracing of your heart and your truth and yourself, you will start to see a myriad of roads open up. One particularly, here, it's guided by wisdom. It's kind of saying here, step back. Don't look at everything in a way that has to be purely logical. With the moon reflects the light of the sun. So the passion, the fire of the Aries right here, because Aries is a fire sign energy, is reflected in the decisions that you are making. But it's not going to be overwhelming. You kind of need to step back, because this right here, the Emperor, the claiming your throne, the embracing of this masculine power, this knowing of your truth, you're an earth sign energy. You're earth. You're grounded. All right? So when you have a fire sign energy comes in, a fire sign energy can clear away the debris. With fires, they have control fires within national parks, and so that the land can be cleared, and so that new growth and new prosperity can come. But when a fire rages out of control, it can become too much. So you have to have this balance of passion, this balance of creativity, this balance of even this fire sign energy. It can be somebody in your life that really wants to push you, and you're going to push right back. You're going to be like, no, I can't do this. And they might make you feel as if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, that you're not living up to their expectations or your purpose of life. And that's not true at all. It's that you need a steadier approach. Okay? The fire here is clearing out the debris, but you do not want it to rage out of control, because you're seeing new ideas, new gateways open up, and you need to step back and kind of take this in, because you have this new light that's shining from you. Every time you get hit with this divine knowledge, all right, it takes time to digest. It takes time to understand. So you might actually find that you pull back, all right, especially when it comes to making big decisions, when it comes to, really looking at things and saying, okay, I claim this truth, and I know where I'm going to walk here, and I know what I'm going to do there. You step back. You need to step back, Because as you step back and as you start to see roads open up, you're going to realize and you're going to see that karmic energy, karmic patterns start coming your way. And it doesn't have to be karmic patterns. It can be patterns that are within your DNA, patterns that you have inherited, right? And here, you're looking at things with new eyes, in a new light. Again, the 5 is freedom, okay? So there's a freedom around you. 5 is also a completion of these struggles, these pains, these heartbreaks, without being weighed down completely. There's going to be it's not a fast resolution, because for some it's not going to be instantaneous, it's not going to be as fast as you would like it to be. But there is going to be a resolution that does not take as long as the major arcana does. It's not going to be as prevalent or as demanding and forceful as major arcana is. This is a minor arcana card. So here you're looking at things, and as you embrace your truth, as you stand your ground, as you sit there and say, oh my gosh, I've been through this before, why the heck is it coming up again? You find that there's a strength to you that you didn't realize. You find a reason for this pattern happening, a reason for people taking advantage, a reason for people doubting you, a reason for the fear of moving forward, right? These things are going to start making sense. It doesn't mean that they have to make sense all at once. It can be little bit by little bit by little bit. They start making sense. You start seeing the pattern. Things become clearer. And as they become clearer, you have the 5 of Pentacles, where you have felt out in the cold. And here you're going to start to see that you're not, because here she's holding a bowl. She's standing outside. And she's standing outside what I would assume, because of the Rider-Waite-Smith rendition of these cards, this is a church or some sort of holy place. And so she's begging outside of a holy place. Now, this can mean that for some of you, that religion has failed, or that a place of comfort and security has failed you before. And now you feel left out in the cold. You feel adrift. You don't know where your heart is supposed to belong. We are social creatures. That's how we are made. And we don't like to feel adrift. Look at the divinity within yourself. Right? Brahma said that the God's head is held within man. Embrace that God's head. And it was put there because it was the one place we wouldn't look for it. Turn within. It can be that you find a new institution to house your heart, but it doesn't mean that you need to. It means that you are embracing a truth and a prosperity and a bounty that is right for you. No longer feeling like a pauper or a beggar, right? Feeling empowered and coming out from the cold. There is also going to be something during this time that you have to do that you might not want to do at all. You might sit there and be like, oh my gosh, seriously? This is absolutely ridiculous. But as you embrace your truth, as you move forward, as you see things clearly, right? As hurt and pain and disappointment doesn't fall away, but doesn't become so prevalent and important, because you know that you have won the battles, and you know that you stand firm and tall. You find that your soul's wish is granted. You find that it might not be what you wish for out loud, like, oh my gosh, I want this car, or I wish I won the lottery, but it's what Spirit knows you need. And so as this wish is granted, and you're going to see that this time period is a time of wishes granted. It is a time of your voice being heard. It is a time of power guiding you. And as you embrace this, I love that this line right here, okay, you have the Star card, you have the Hierophant, and you have the Emperor, is almost all major arcana cards. I mean, you do have the 5 of Pentacles, but that's why it's almost. So here with the Star, wishes come true. There's a power that's guiding you. There's a way that you're looking forward. And it gives you freedom. It also has you watching and waiting. It has you looking at things through new eyes, with new understanding. And with the Hierophant says, claim your power. Excuse me. As I take a sip of water. And my inhaler falls. I do apologize for that. Can you see my inhaler? Okay, we're just going to hide that for a moment. So, when you embrace the Hierophant is, of course, you. This is your power, your truth coming forward. This is the essence of your soul. But also the Hierophant is tradition. The Hierophant is ideas. The Hierophant is represented by the Pope in the Major Arcana in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So here, what I love is that you have the feeling out in the cold, and yet you yourself are represented as the Pope. So in medieval times, it was mainly the Catholic Church that reigned, and so the Pope was very, very, very important. So here, it's being the King of Kings. The Pope could tell the kings what to do. So here, you have this power, you have this truth moving forward. And you have this sense of being able to part kings, being able to move kingdoms. All right? That is your power. There is a sense of moving towards your tradition, moving towards your truth, and you will not feel alone. All right? It will heal that bomb. It will move you forward. The star card is wishes granted. Power coming in. There is a strong connection here with an Aquarius energy. If there's Aquarius within your chart, that side of you is really going to be coming out. It's going to play a very powerful part during this time. It's really going to help you move forward and claim where it is that you want to be and how it is that you want to look at things. But it's also going to help you claim the power that you have within your throne as you embrace your passion, because there's a part of you that is dying away. There is a part of you that you are walking away from. And we have it here with the Scorpio card, with the Death card. October 23rd to November 21st is the time frame. And it's amplified by the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups for me is an ending as severe as divorce. All right? Meaning that it is binding. It is powerful. And it is part of your truth. So here with the Death card, you have a sense of walking away from things. You have a sense of finding your rightful path, of knowing your truth, of saying, I can't do this anymore, and I'm not going to. And it doesn't mean, when I say an ending as severe as a divorce, I do not mean that you have to be getting divorced at all. What I do mean, and what Spirit is saying, is that it's something very permanent. It's something very impactful to you. Most people do not get divorced easily, all right? So it is something that is very weighty to decide. And what you're deciding to walk away from, it can be a job, it can be an idea, it can be a way of living that you were doing for the longest of times, and you're seeing through this transformation, it's just not right for you anymore. It can be a way that you're looking at a problem. There can be something that you need to solve during this time, and you've been looking at it one certain way, and Spirit is saying now, look at it in a different light. Turn away from what you thought would help you, and kind of wipe the slate clean, and move forward. Right? And you might actually find that what you had thought you wanted so much within your life, what you had thought you were going to fight for forever and ever and ever, you're tired now. And you don't want to fight for it anymore. You want to define things your way. You want to move forward in your truth, in your glory, and your power. And as you do so, you see those two roads with the Two of Swords open up to become a myriad of possibilities, to become empowering and emboldening to you. And you embrace your passion. You embrace your ideas. You act as if you deserve this throne. You act as if, you're free from what has been holding you back from so long. Because you are. And you watch and you wait as things evolve. Now, the watching and the waiting is not sitting here and saying, okay, I'm just going to sit back, eat chips, have a whole bunch of fun, and things will just happen. Dane said they would happen. No, you have to be proactive and positively proactive in your life. But as you embrace this productivity, as you embrace your passion, your desire, and what your heart wants, you start to see a shift happening. You start to see that what you truly wanted to develop and where you truly want to be becomes a part of you. And it's no longer this watch and wait and watch and wait and watch and wait. It's watch and discover. It's watch and wait, yes, but discover. Act as if it already is. Act as if things have already transformed. Because as they do, you see that you walk away. You walk away from what stings you, what hurts you, what is keeping you down, and what you no longer want in your life. This is a time of great change for you. This is a time of claiming your power, of knowing your truth, and saying no. Right? Now, Taurus, you're not going to want to. You're going to want to sit there and kind of, again, hold those burdens on your shoulders. Sit there and say, oh, I can handle it, I can handle it, I can handle it. You will handle it to the point where you will break. Okay? You will bend and bend and bend until you fall over. So be very mindful of what you say you can handle and what you decide to handle during this time. Because if you take on more and more and more, it will not be right for you. And it will become a burden that you become resentful of. And then instead of walking away and doing so in a kind, gentle manner, you're going to walk away and slam that door, and there will be an argument, and there's just going to be this sense of, I cannot do this anymore, and I will not do this anymore. All right, Taurus. Oh, goodness. Let me get you your subconscious message here. Yeah, you're the lion. Be generous of spirit. Be generous of soul, but also be generous to yourself as you move forward. And then we have inspiration, your sacral chakra, right? Opening up your sacral chakra, embracing a flexibility, a creativity, relationships, embracing relationships, and also connecting with your sensuality, connecting also with your sexuality, what you want from life, what makes your heart sing, okay? There is so much more going on here than just at the surface. This also says to be mindful of any addictions during this time, all right? You might need your family around you for that to help you through any addictions, Spirit is saying. But it's also saying here that you are moving towards a fulfillment of desires. And as you move towards them, there's an air of gratitude to you, and you are completely inspired. Your subconscious message for this whole entire reading is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is triumph and success. The Six of Wands is seeing, your efforts pay off. And the Six of Wands is saying, celebrate yourself. Look at your success. Instead of saying, I need to do more, I need to do more, I need to do more. Look at your success. Define yourself with power and beauty. And keep on moving forward in that abundance. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you, and I love you all. Bye.